Hi everyone, it is Christina Pridie here, better known as the Seamless Knitter here on YouTube. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. You can find all of my seamless pattern designs on Ravelry. I also have a Ko-Fi account if you would like to support me and my channel financially. All this information is linked in the description box below this video. In today's tutorial, I will be demonstrating how I do jogless stripes. So let's get started. Okay, so here I have a little top-down raglan seam pullover that I have done blue and white stripes. So I'm going to show you today how to do them jogless, and so we'll get started with that. So I have made my beginning of rounds in the center back of this one just to make it easier for demonstrating, but you can also make your stripes and start and stop rounds underneath the arms, which is a nice way of doing it too. So either under the arms or down the back is fine. They shouldn't show, and they shouldn't be terribly noticeable when you're finished doing this method, so it shouldn't really matter where you start and stop them. So as you can see, I have done 2 rounds of blue for the stripes, and I have done 4 rounds of the white stripes. So it's 2 rounds of blue, 4 rounds of white. So on this sample here, I've just finished doing 1 round of blue, and I'm just finishing up the 2nd round of blue. So I'm just going to knit to the end of this round to finish up this 2nd blue stripe. Now my videos are done in real time, and I don't start and stop them or edit them, so it's a one-shot deal. So you just have to be patient when I show you how to do these things. So now I'm at the end of the 2nd round of blue, as you can see, the 1st round and then the 2nd round. And now we are going to start our next round with the white stripes. So before I do that, this is what I like to do when I'm doing color work or ferrule knitting or stripes or anything. At the end of the round, each round, I like to take the working yarn. In this case, it's the blue, and I like to wrap it around the other color, the contrasting color, clockwise, so that it will stay together. It's twisted around. Let me just get this here. I'm a little twisted up. I'm just untangling this. Okay, so I like to take this one that I'm working with, the blue, and I like to twist it around the white one that I'm going to be working with next. So just clockwise go around your color like this, and that's all you have to do. And you can see that it's wrapped around, and that keeps them together and keeps the horizontal threads running between the stitches that you have between any of your knitting. So you can see there's these horizontal threads, and that just keeps the seam tight and together, so it doesn't separate and doesn't leave any holes. So there it's twisted. So I'm done with the blue now, and I'm going to slip my marker over, and I'm going to start with the white. Now I'm sitting here in a position like I'm doing color work, but I'm not. So I'm going to switch and I usually knit with my right hand. So I'm going to knit my first stitch in white. Sorry, not awkward today. Okay, so there's my white. And I'm just going to give those a little tug for a minute, and I'll show you all this later. Okay, so the first round, you're just going to knit plain white all the way around. So I'm just going to do this as quickly as possible. So your first round you just do ordinary, and this is no matter how many rounds the stripe is, your first round is just normal. It's the second round that makes the difference. And it doesn't matter how many rounds you're going to do or how many rows for your stripe. It could be 2, 4, 6, doesn't really matter. So the first round is just knit. It's the second round that makes the difference. And then after that, you would just knit all the rest of the rounds as normal. It's only the first and second rounds that you have to worry about when you're changing color. So I am knitting English style, and I'm a bit of a flicker, so that's what I do to knit. I find it works best for me, but you can do whatever. When I'm doing color work, I'm using one color in one hand and one in the other, and I can knit continental as well. One thing about doing these tutorials, you need to do samples and everything to prepare for these tutorials, and depending on what it is, you need, you know, a half decent size sample to be able to work on and to demonstrate and show the technique. And in this case, I picked the smallest little sweater that I could find here to do, so it wouldn't take me so long to knit the rounds. Almost finished. There's the marker there, so just a few more. Thank you for your patience. These tutorials take time and a lot of planning and work to prepare, so okay, so coming up to the end of this round. So this is the first round of the white, and again it's going to be a four row stripe in white, four rounds of white. Okay, so I'm coming up my last stitch, so there it is. Now I'm going to slip my marker. Now this is the stitch that matters. This is what makes it jogless and makes the stripes straight. So you can see there's the 2 blue and the first round of the white. So there's 2 ways of doing this, and this is the way I prefer because I've done it the other way too and I don't like it. Now some people will just slip the first stitch purlwise and continue on knitting the round. I find this method doesn't work as well for me, especially when it comes to weaving in ends and everything, because there's no stitch there. It's I don't know, it's just not, it's not good for me. So this is the method that I like for doing the jogless stripes, and this is where you go put your needle into the row below. So I'm going into that blue stitch, and I'm going to I'm basically just bringing up the right leg of that blue stitch. So you have the blue one and this is the white one. So the white one's on the needles, the blue one's below. You're just taking the right leg of that stitch and bringing it up on the needle, and you're going to knit those 2 stitches together. Okay, just like that. And I do it fairly tightly just to keep it together. And then after that, you're just going to knit regular around, just knitting every stitch all the way around again. And I don't have to continue doing that, but anyways, you're going to see that that is together. And when you come around, and you can see all the ones that I've already done, that the top of the blue line should be straight, the same with the bottom, same with the top of the white, the same with the bottom. Everything should be nice and straight and lined up. There shouldn't be this jog where it's higher than the other round, because knitting is done circular, so it's never ending, so it goes around and around, so you always get that bit of a jog. There shouldn't be that. It should be straight across the top and straight at the bottom. Now, I just want to point out something. So when you're doing these jogless stripes, you're always going to have one round less stitches showing right where you do that, picking up the right leg on that stitch on the second round. So because these are 2 round stripes, you're only going to see 1 stitch there. Now if this was 3 rounds, you would see 2 blue and 3 out here. So you're always going to have 1 less on that first stitch. So you can see right beside it, there's 2 all the way around and 2, but that 1 stitch that you took the right leg of and knit into it with the first stitch is only going to show 1 stitch there. So like I said, if this is 2 rows, so you're going to see 1. It's going to be 1 less. So if this was 3 rounds of blue, you would see 2 of these stitches there. If it was 4, you would see 3. So it's always just 1 less than the stripes that you're doing that you would see there. But to the visual eye, you're not even going to notice that in the grand scheme of things when you're wearing your sweaters. You're just going to see that those are nice straight stripes, and nobody's going to know that there's 1 less stitch right there. Now the other thing is, when you do that twisting at the beginning in every round, it makes it look nice and neat, because you're basically carrying up your colors. You're not cutting your yarn. So you're going from this blue up to this blue, and this white up to this white. So you're carrying your colors up instead of cutting your yarn. So inside your work, it should look like this. So where I started the stripes, there's just this fine line of them twisted over each other, and it keeps it nice and neat. Your fingers aren't going to get caught, and it keeps just one straight line. And when you look at your seam down here, your seam is together. It's not gaping, or it's not got holes. Everything is tight. And when I separate it, if I pull it apart, you can still see the horizontal threads running between all the stitches, because I've twisted those yarns together at the end of every round, or at the beginning of every round. And that's how it looks, like that. So there's the starting of that next. So you can see there's just that 1 stitch, and then it shows 2 down there and 2 on this side. But they're together and they're straight. So there you have it. If you found this tutorial helpful, please save it to watch later. Share it with your friends. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell to be notified of my next tutorial release. And if you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below this video, and I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you for watching and supporting my channel. Happy knitting.